Hi and welcome along. Here I bring you a game with a national master from Finland, and I thought this was a very good example of the good old kitchen sink opening in chess, which is really good to know. So it's very important to know this opening. So here's this national master from Finland, 3-minute chess, because then it might be a little bit less insane if it was 3 hours each, or 3 hours for the whole game. But it was 3 minute. So here we go. Let's have a look at this game right now. And of course I start with my usual opening moves. Okay. Knight f6, e5, knight fd7. 6, knight f3, c5, knight e2, knight c6, knight g3, bishop e7. My opponent has not gone berserk mode. I wish they had, because then the result might have been a bit different, but it might have been good anyway. I might have still won instead of drawn. So here's bishop e2, castle, castle. b5, a4, b4, d4, c4, c3, a5, b3, bishop a6. I don't quite like it. Bishop a6. I prefer knight b6 than bishop a6. This feels a wee bit loose, particularly because of d5 for white, that I was worried about here after bishop a6. So bishop bc4, I went dc4, and I was waiting with bated breath. And here came my opponent's move, bishop d2. My opponent must have been more worried about my pawn formation than playing d5, which looks quite good to me, really, for white. So I now prevent same. Knight g5 now attacks my e6 pawn, my bastion. And here I decide to retain my dark squared bishop by playing queen d7 developing move at the same time, noticing this square for me is pretty good looking in my books. And now I'm pleased I played bishop a6, because I can actually play knight d5 soon and not worry about bishop takes c4. Queen d7, bishop f3, so knight d5 we have lockout. Queen e1, h6, bishop d5, queen d5, knight f3. Okay. Now I still feel like playing the same move I played last time. What move would you play? Because you might find a better move than me. I am trying to throw everything at my opponent here. It didn't really worry me too much, really. Here come all the excuses. Oh no, all the excuses in the book. But I'm still not going to tell you what happened. Or you can see, I think. I think you can actually tell. Here's rook a b8. That's my move on move 21, and 22 is rook c1. This sort of provokes me into b3, but I don't think I should. But I did. I went b3, rook b1, b2, rook f2, looking to gang up on this b2 pawn. Bishop a3, so not if I can help it. Knight f1, look, there's more happening here again. This knight wants to maybe come to e3 and d1 to really hammer home the discovery attack on the b2 pawn. Poor pawn. Didn't do anything wrong, did it? Not much. Rook b3. Now I support my bishop on a3 from, if it ever gets captured, then I can merely take with the rook, hopefully. Rook b3, knight e3. Ouch! That's my queen you're attacking. So I moved it to e4. I know that this is looking a little bit tentative. Let me say that. Queen e4, queen d1. And I just double up now with rook b8 from f and rook e2. And white has ideas of crunching me, like he would say, Judge Rinder, crunching me, he's crunching. So here's queen d3. Knight e1, queen e4. This is quite dangerous, but I was expecting here knight c4, bishop c4, rook e4, f e4. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I've got some things happening there, haven't I? But here came d5, ed5, and I don't remember the game too much, all of it. Knight 3, c2, which now attacks my queen. And where does she go? She doesn't go anywhere. So what am I going to do next? I don't know. I went bishop c5 check. So I'll retain this dark squared bishop. King h1 and queen d3. Now this is, to me, I thought this is really good. But I've forgotten. I haven't taken any pieces yet. So white now plays knight d3, but of course cd3, rook e1. And I play dc2. Now, maybe you want to stop watching this. Stopwatch. dc2, queen c2, bishop f2. And here, black was allowed to take the rook on e1 for queen f5 pawn. Bishop e1, so I did. Bishop e1, and now it's probably quite lost. d4, queen e6. And now the knight is, of course, loose. And so that's what we see if we have lots of time to see. But we didn't. King h8, because it's too complicated. Queen c6, bishop d3. Now comes my whole point about the whole session here now. Is the tables are turned for all my crazy play. Rook b2 and rook b2. Now I do not know what's happening, but I think that white's probably still winning, but there are chances for black, but not very many, but only if white goes wrong. So h4 happens, rook b1. This, I was getting quite excited. cd4, rook e1. Check, king h2, rook b1, maybe a little bit, so rook b1, e6, rook h1, king g3, rook b3, with some evil intentions of bishop e4 check. Oh no, my queen. For white, that is. And so here's king g4, black is not going to be able to succeed there in that quest. And here's h5, king g5. This was really annoying because I'm trying to get somewhere with the king here. Bishop e2, queen e8 check, king h7, queen g6 check, king h8, queen e8. And that is where my opponent decided to win on time. I lost on time. So that was a bit crazy. So I just want to show you another game that is a little bit different. And I might even show you the third game. I don't know, because there was a real crazy game. And I've promised to do this before. I've promised to do this. So that wasn't bad play. It's just about like my opponents taking the draw, because they're probably very worried about their king in this position. And who knows, maybe white's not doing too well now. So let's have a look at this game now. This is another one for your enjoyment, more or less. More or less, more or less, more or less, more or less. Got to watch elocution, don't we? Or pronunciation and that sort of thing. So here we go. Let's have a look at this game. So I'm just going to show you this for enjoyment's sakes only. My opponent is rated lower than I. But my opponent played quite well, actually, I think. Until now. And so my opponent loses on time here, and so that's that game. I want to show you another game. So I won this game, so I want to even out the playing field by showing you something now that will be a draw also, or loss, or win. So here we go. Let's have a look at this game. My opponent is 2424, and they have been a member for about 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm a wee bit suspicious, but I can't say for certain. Because if I've got that rating, I'm probably going to announce who I am. Know me. But this player was very, very hard to play against. So here we go. Let's have a look. It's a bit topsy-turvy too. So, and then I'm going, so here we go. I'm just going to show you the game slowly-ish. So this is a bit surprising that the knight went to a5. And I'm not sure I played that right. But I'm getting squeegeed. So I win a piece. But is it any good? No, not really. I could just give it back by going queen f7 check. Not that that necessarily will be giving it back, because black could just opt to play king h8. But I found the moves quite exact. So, but I'm not saying that my opponent is, but I suspect. Same. Queen f5. So when e4, there's no need for black to respond to this move e4, as I don't threaten pawn takes queen, of course. But then again, it does look like a 2400 player. Bishop b7, knight e5. Now, here's probably where I go wrong, because probably should play, what should I play? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't really like drawing. Ouch. And this is where my flag fell again, because it's just too crazy, isn't it, for 3-minute chess? Okay, as promised, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that session. Bit topsy-turvy here and there, wasn't it? Bye.